Welcome back, guys, to episode 4 of Talking Dog Shit. So the last couple episodes, we've kind of beat you guys up a little bit here. We talked about how you need to crate your dog all the time and don't ever take them to the dog park. So we're going to change it up a little bit this time. And because we had a lot of feedback on the last video on what the heck are we supposed to do with our dog then, well, here's going to be the topic today. Engagement with your dog. All right. What does engagement mean? All right. Engagement just means you doing something with your dog that's constructive. All right. It doesn't always have to be playing ball or running around the yard. It could be as simple as taking a nice structured walk, right? It could be something like that where your dog gets some type of mental stimulation as well. So we're gonna list off some few different things that we recommend for our clients today that you can do with your dog at home, trained or not, that you can actually do. And I'm gonna start with myself. I'm gonna pick on myself a little bit here, okay? I'm guilty of not engaging with my dog as much as I should all the time. I've got a super high energy German short hair pointer. You guys seen him in all the videos and all that cool stuff, Bourbon, right? He is a spaz, all right? I swear to you, outside of work, he is just like go, 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 go all the time. So taking him for a walk or even a bike ride or something like that, that's just not enough. So a lot of times I have to take him, like throw a Frisbee for him to like 100 times so he gets tired. Or more importantly, what I like to do with him is try to engage with him in some type of new activity that he hasn't done before. One of the most rewarding things that I just recently did, and this doesn't mean that all of you guys got to go run out and find this exact same thing for your dog, but I tapped into this genetic side of him, right? So being that he's a bird dog, I finally started taking him bird hunting, right? And like, it was insane. I mean, first of all, to see him work and all that cool stuff was awesome, but afterwards, this dog slept like he's never slept before in his life. I mean, they all know him. That dog, he can't walk. Like he runs everywhere. He runs and slides. Like that's his thing, right? He's got to run and slide everywhere, right? He can't sit still. He dances in place like when he's in the sit.
He's crazy.
Right?
You know, Bourbon has been in the training room when there's literally skid marks all over the floor.
He slides everywhere. But after I did some bird hunting with him, and we were probably out there for, I don't know, 2 hours, let's say. That dog slept for about 4 hours straight. Didn't move. And I'm like, what the heck's wrong with my dog, right? Well, I physically exhausted him, but more importantly, I mentally exhausted him. Like the entire time, he's using his nose, he's using his brain, he had to do certain things. So the engagement level was like at its peak for that dog that day. And it showed, right? How tired this dog was with 2 hours of exercise. Now, again, that's the extreme version of it. But some other good things that you can do with your dog is taking them for a nice long walk. But not just a walk where they're dragging you around and deciding what they want to do, right? Add some rules to the walk. You're going to walk at my pace. You're going to stop when I stop. You're going to turn when I turn, etc. So now you're engaging their brain as well. What's some cool things you like to do with your dog, Miss Rebecca?
Oh God, that's such a.
Oh yeah, you're on the spot.
Well, you already made a mistake in the beginning of it, saying there's a few things you can do for engagement. There's so many different things you can do for engagement.
It's so creative.
Not only that, but it can even be, of course, dog specific. Like you were saying with Bourbon, you tapped into his genetic side. Mm-hmm. One of my dogs is a retired show dog from Busch Gardens. So even just doing like tricks with him and stuff like that. Tricks meaning he can stand up on his hind legs, he can twirl, he can walk, he can hoist things, or people have their dogs like go through their legs or turn around and stuff like that too. Even just teaching them a couple tricks, as long as it's keeping their brain engaged, let's face it, there's so many different things that we can do. And just wait till we get on Alyssa, because that's probably gonna be the whole episode right there.
So Jason.
Engagement's my thing.
Engagement, well, since we're speaking common things they can do at home, like let's take the professional trainer side mentality out of it a little bit. Well, like some more basic things, like things we recommend to our clients.
Something basic. You brought up bird dogs. You have a show dog that does tricks. A lot of people have bully breeds. Pits, pit bulls, American bulldogs, Staffordshire terriers, bull terriers. Playing tug with those breed specific dogs really gets them going, right? especially if they're hyper focusing on other animals. You can break their concentration or focus from another animal, then get them to tug on anything, any rope toy or whatever you have, Flirt Pulls, you know, get them to chase, all that good stuff. That helps with bully breeds a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you the amount of people that I've pulled out the flirt pole here during their lessons. And for those of you that don't know what a flirt pole is, it's this thing. All it is a pole, a rope, and some kind of chewy thingy at the end here, right? What you do with it is you kind of move it around like a cat toy, right? And that way your dog chases it and it engages some prey, right? Natural genetics in your dog, which a lot of the bully breeds like. They like to do that. And for the record, you're not gonna create any aggression or make your dog meaner or train it to attack or anything like that by playing tug with your dog. That's a big myth out there. It's not gonna do anything like that for you there. Pre-warning, this portion may take a little longer than expected, so I'll cut her off when we're ready. But what's your take on engagement, Alyssa?
Hi. So, as you can tell by how they've described it, I am the engagement fanatic here. I am who everyone calls in the room when they need to talk about engagement.
This is true.
I am endlessly creative when it comes to engagement because my whole thing with engagement is making it fun for the dog and the owners, but also so much more less work for the owners, but much more engaging and exhausting for the dogs. Some simple things you can do at home. A snuffle mat. You take their serving of dinner and it's a mat, you can find it on Etsy, you can make your own. It's all these different shapes and sizes of fabrics that you just sprinkle their kibble in for the night and they have to use their nose and just sniff out all of the food. It's gonna tire their brain so quickly and their body moving all around. Another great one you can do is if you don't have a snuffle mat, put some tissue paper or towels or something in a box, throw their kibble in there. Not only are they eating their dinner, but they're using their brain again. You can do lots of great games with their dinner, just hiding it in different places, shapes, sizes, making them get it out. Other great ways are tying their obedience into their engagement game. Your dog doesn't have to be fanatically trained to even do that as well. Simple things like sit or go lay down or whatever your dog knows, tie that little thing in and then throw their toy or then make them come to them or play that tug game right after that.
Yeah, I mean, your dog doesn't have to be like professional level trained to do this. I mean, almost every dog that walks through our door for an evaluation knows a sit or a down or some simple thing, a high five, I don't care what it is, right? But make them work for it, right? So like Alyssa said, have their kibble and do 50 sits. You sit, I give you a kibble, you sit, I give you a treat, whatever it may be, and now you're engaging with your dog, and this doesn't take long. I mean, you can do this in 10 or 15 minutes
While
of
you
time.
watch your nighttime TV show, I always tell people, play with your dog's food and games like this while you're watching your TV. You're not even really having to pay so much focus. You can watch your show and give that food.
Real quick, if you're using food and treats, just don't make your dog fat. That's all. Just gonna throw that out there real quick.
You can use your dog's food like as a reward. You don't have to go out and buy special fattening treats.
Super
for your dog.
duper
That's why I keep
organic,
saying food for their games.
vegan super treats.
say
No, yeah, they have vegan dog treats.
They
They
do.
have vegan dog
food.
They got vegan dog
They do have
food.
vegan dog
All right,
food.
well, let's not get into a
Yeah.
tangent about that and go
Yeah,
back
yeah.
to engagement.
They are carnivores, by the way,
There's-
just to let you know.
There is plenty of games you can play very simply at home that you don't even have to go outside and do all of this stuff for. Personally, with my dog, I have also a hunting breed. She is a working line dog, but she's also a she don't really hunt, but she got the prey drive.
She's like a downtown hunting dog. She
Oh,
doesn't really
shucks.
hunt.
She hunts rabbits. But she's also a four-titled trick dog, so she also does all these crazy flips and tricks. So I do different things every day for your engagement. I don't go for an hour walk. I do 15 minutes of tricks, give her a frozen Kong with her meal in it for the night, and practice a few reps of her obedience. That's her exercise. Then the next day I change it up with something like a walk or a bike ride and then do a little something else. It doesn't have to be 6 hours of running your dog to get them tired. Their brain, it don't work.
You're gonna be more tired than the dog after that.
Exactly. It builds endurance when you do that. So working their brain is gonna tire them out so much faster and so much more successfully and better their mental health and probably their behavior if you're working them that way versus their body. Of course, don't get me wrong, we can all say work their body too. That's important. We don't want fat dogs. But
No fat dogs.
70% of their energy is mental. So start there. That's going to make everything so much easier.
So you also want to research, even if your dog's a mutt, right? They got all these cool DNA, send them in, tell you what your dog is, things now. Or if it's a purebred dog, research what your dog was genetically bred to do. Again, I'll go back to my little thing about my pointing dog, my hunting dog, right? That's what he was genetically bred to do. Once I tapped into that, whew, that was like amazing, right? So the prey drive from the bully dogs that Jason was talking about, like things like that. Rebecca has a herding dog, right? So see what your dog is genetically bred to do and try to tap into that if you can. There are tons of places you can take your dog. Like there's places to do herding with your dog. So you can herd ducks and sheep and all types of cool stuff. I don't even know what they do over there.
I think the most random thing that my Australian Shepherd has herded was a hedgehog that he found in my yard that he alerted to me too, which honestly was pretty,
We're gonna have to
pretty
do
cool.
an episode on genetics
Yes.
after talking about this.
I would love that one.
That might be one that's coming soon.
That's gonna be
I don't know.
episode.
Yeah, that's gonna be the long one. Get your beer, get your wine, your
Get your
water,
snack,
your
get your
snack.
dinner.
You're gonna need all of that for that one. So a couple things that we listed today. I really hope they help you out, guys. Of course, like always, if you have any questions, comment below. Yep, that's below. That's our official below from here on out. And we will see you guys in episode 5 of Talking
Dog
Dog
shit.
shit.
Yeah, I changed it and they got it. See you guys.